Alrighty, folks. Well, we're still 5-0 in our last five daily best plays on my premium page. Probably wondering, well, how is that? Well, unfortunately, Thursday's daily best play was indeed rained out. You know, nothing better than getting a bunch of people excited about a play that I'm giving it out and, get a bunch of new signups. And yeah, the game gets rained out. Yeah, awesome. So, anyway, the good news is we're going to have double daily best plays going off here for Friday on the premium page. So if you were on the fence yesterday about signing up, maybe I got you excited, sparked your curiosity, but you didn't quite pull the trigger. Well, hey, listen, Friday, double daily best plays. And listen, if you sign up for that membership, you're going to get access to that package every single day for the next 30 days. It's only going to run you just 6 cents a day during that time frame. Of course, if you want to access all of my premium selections, I'll tell you how to do that in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to my free pick video here today for Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Happy Friday to you. Congratulations, you made it. A lot of great stuff happening. It is officially Memorial Day weekend. Of course, maybe a lot of you folks out there have Friday off and your weekend started on Thursday night. But regardless, happy Memorial Day weekend to you. Hopefully everybody travels safe. I know that I'll be just on the couch watching sports, betting on my phone. Nothing real exciting going on for me. But if you're traveling down to the beach, down to the shore, certainly I wish you safe travels. Now, listen, if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. And like I said, if you want to access all of my premium plays, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club membership. Gold Club members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. Of course, I've got plenty of free content on my premium page as well. I currently have over 2,495 members who are signed up and active on my premium page right now. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. First game not listed on the big screen because it's the first of a doubleheader. Talking about Orioles Red Sox game 1. That'll be a 1:35 Eastern first pitch. Boston is minus $1.30 in game 1. Total is 8.5. Brian Bayo expected for the Bo Sox. Cade Povich probable for Baltimore. Of course, Povey's just 1-3 on the year with an ERA of 5.23. And as a team, the O's dropped 8 out of their last 9 games. They're now 16 games below 500 for the season. Not a great start for a playoff team last year. And listen, much of that lack of success this season, it's on these Baltimore pitchers. They got to get better. The O's are allowing more hits a game on the road than any other staff besides one. And they're facing a Boston club who's definitely hit the ball well at Fenway Park. The Red Sox are a top 10 run-scoring team on their own diamond. Alex Bregman with 11 homers, 35 ribbies, OPS of 935. And Rafi Devers, he's got an OPS of 930 himself, club leader in ribbies. Now, total-wise, 3 out of the O's last 4 road games did get over the total. 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at any location. I like the Red Sox minus 130, over 8.5 in game 1. Next matchup, Cubs-Reds, 6:40 Eastern first pitch. Cincinnati's $1.20, totals 8.5. Hunter Green for the Reds, Matthew Boyd for Chicago. Boyd's 4-2 with an ERA of 2.98. The lefty's punched out 53 batters and currently has a 1.23 whip. Now, as a team, the Cubs currently have a .600 win percentage when they hit first. And they're facing a Cincy team who's got a losing record against National League opponents, having a tough time at the plate in recent meetings with Chicago. The Reds have averaged just 6.8 hits a game in their last 10 gatherings with the Cubs. So if you're into historical trends, not a whole lot of base runners for this Cincy team. And listen, when the Reds are at home, they're having a tough time at the dish this year. They're in the bottom 10 in runs per game on their own field. Now, total-wise, the Reds did see their last 6 straight at the Great American Ballpark stay under the number. They've actually seen 10 straight unders at any location. Give me the Cubs plus $1, under 8.5. All right, some more NL Central action here. Brewers, Pirates, 6:40 Eastern first pitch. Pittsburgh's minus $1.25, total 7. Paul Skeens for the Bucks, Freddie Peralta for Milwaukee. You'd hope, be a pretty busy crowd at PNC Park. Friday night, Paul Skeens on the hill. I don't know, though. The Pirates really don't give you much to cheer about. We'll get to that in just a second. Freddie Peralta, he's 5-3 on the year with the Brewers, ERA in the 2s. He also has a stingy 1.06 whip. And out of the Brewers' last 10 gatherings with the Bucks, they've held Pittsburgh to just 7 hits a game. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. And of course, as far as this season is concerned, we're looking at the lowest run-scoring lineup in the Bigs in Pittsburgh. They have a losing record at PNC Park. Losing record against NL Central opponents, which is not good. You definitely, you at least want to play 500 baseball within the division. They have not done that as of yet. Like I said, it's a Friday night in Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens on the hill, should be a jam-packed house. But the Bucks really haven't given you much to cheer about thus far. I like the Brewers plus 105, under 7. All right, Giants, Nationals, 6:45 East. Washington's $1.20 at home, totals 8. Mackenzie Gore for the Nats. Landon Rupp for San Francisco. The Giants did get the W in 5 out of their last 8 ball games. Nice job producing runs on the road. San Francisco's a top 10 run-scoring team when they hit first. Wilmer Flores has 42 RBI on this season, double-digit home runs. And Elliot Ramos has 26 ribbies himself, on-base percentage of .362. And they're going to face a 2-4 Mackenzie Gore. Washington pitchers have struggled at Nationals Park. The Nats are currently in the bottom 5 in runs allowed on their own field. When it comes to the total, Giants games have gone 71% to the over in their travels. I like the Giants plus $1, over 8. All right, AL East, Blue Jays, Rays, 7:05 East. Tampa Bay is $1.55, totals 9. Drew Rasmussen for Tampa Bay, Eric Lauer for Toronto. Lauer's got a 2.25 ERA, sub-1 whip. As a team, the Jays got the W in 3 out of their last 4 contests. A couple of shutouts and I think it was like 4 total runs allowed. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at the notes here. Yeah, the Jays got the W in 3 out of their last 4 contests. Couple of shutouts during that stretch. Just 4 total runs allowed during that 4-game span. And they're facing a Rays club who actually plays their worst baseball at Steinbrenner Field. They're just 13-18 in front of their home fans. And a lot of that has to do with the bats. Tampa Bay is a bottom 10 run-scoring team. Now, 3 out of the Rays' last 4 home games did stay under the total. 60% to the under in their last 10 at any location. I like the Blue Jays plus 1.5, under 9. All right, Orioles, Red Sox, game 2, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. Boston's minus $1.25, totals 8.5. Lucas Giolito for the Bo Sox, Charlie Morton for Baltimore. Now, Morton's a disgusting 0-7 on the year with an ERA of 7.68. And these Baltimore pitchers are currently in the bottom 3 in runs allowed per game. And once again, they're facing a Boston lineup who does a nice job getting base runners. Top 10 hit producing lineup. I like the Bo Sox minus $1.25, over 8.5 in game 2. Guardians Tigers 7:10 Eastern start. Detroit's minus $1.35. Totals 8.5. Jackson Joby for the Tigers. Slade Ciccone for Cleveland. Now Chicky's got an ERA in the 5s through a handful of innings. Listen, Cleveland pitching hasn't been great on the road. They're in the bottom 5 in runs allowed in their travels. And unfortunately for them, the Tigers have definitely hit the ball well at Comerica Park. They're a top 5 run scoring team. Spencer Torkelson's got double-digit homers, over 35 ribbies on this season. And Riley Green with double-digit home runs himself, on-base percentage in the mid-300s. No real surprise, the Tigers have seen a handful of overs in their last 10 ball games. I like the Tigers minus 135, over 8.5. All right, next game, Dodgers-Mets, 7:10 Eastern start. Both clubs, minus $1.10. Pretty much a coin flip. Totals 8.5. Griffin Canning for New York. Clayton Kershaw for Los Angeles. Now, Dodger pitchers are currently in the top 3 in strikeouts per game. Mets pitchers are in the top 3 in fewest runs allowed at home. Now, the Mets have also seen their last 4 straight at Citi Field stay under the total. 9-1 at the under in their last 10 at any location. Give me the under 8.5. All right, Padres, Braves, 7:15 East. This game's currently off the board. Chris Sale for the Braves, Nick Pivetta for San Diego. And even though Pivies look good, the Pods are in a bit of a drought offensively. They're currently on a 5-game skid, and they scored only 3 total runs during that stretch. And they got to face Chris Sale, who's punched out 72 batters, just 54 innings of work, 72 strikeouts. The lefty currently has an ERA in the 3s, and, you know, these Atlanta pitchers have thrown pretty well at Truist Park this year. They're in the top 10 in fewest runs allowed at home. I like the Braves getting the job done for some money line cash. Rangers, White Sox, 7:40 East. Texas is $1.70, totals 8. Tyler Mahle for the Rangers, Sean Burke for Chicago. Burke's just 2-5 on the year, and Chicago's definitely struggled at the plate. The White Sox are dead last in hits per game at the dish, and out of their last 10 gatherings with the Rangers, Chicago's been held to just 1.7 runs a game. They've certainly had their hands full with Ranger pitching, and listen, we could see more of the same here with Tyler Mahle on the hill. 5-1 record, 147 ERA. Of course, these Ranger pitchers as a whole, they're now in the top 3 in fewest hits allowed per game. 8 out of the Rangers' last 10 outings did stay under the total. Sox games went 7-3 to the under in their last 10 themselves. I like the Rangers minus 170, under 8. Next game, Royals Twins, 8:10 Eastern start. Minnesota's $1.55, total 7.5. Pablo Lopez for the Twins, Noah Cameron for Kansas City. And despite a dozen very strong innings out of Cameron, there's a good chance he'll get little to no run support in this one. The Royals are a bottom 3 run scoring team. Dead last in walks at the plate. And oddly enough, these Minnesota pitchers walk fewer batters per 9 than any other staff. They're currently in the top 3 in fewest runs allowed. And righty Pablo Lopez, he's been no exception to that. 2.40 ERA, sub-1 whip. And as a team, the Twins are currently 15-7 at Target Field. Now, when it comes to the number, both squads saw unders in 7 out of their last 10 outings, respectively. I like the Twins minus 155, under 7.5. Mariners, Astros, 8:10 Eastern start. Houston's $1.20, totals 8.5. Ryan Gusto for the Astros. Emerson Hancock for Seattle. Despite a handful of rough outings for Hancock, well, The M's do play their best baseball on the road. They're a top 3 hit-producing lineup in their travels. They're also walking more times a game on the road than any other club. Cal Raleigh's got 16 homers, 33 runs batted in. J.P. Crawford with an on-base percentage nearly in the 400s. And they're going to take on Ryan Gusto, who has an ERA of 4.65, whip of 1.52. I like the Mariners plus a buck, over 8.5. Diamondbacks, Cardinals, 8:15 East. Arizona's a $1.20, totals 8.5. Zach Gallen for the Diamondbacks. Miles Mikolas for St. Louis. Mikolas is 3-2 on the year, and the Cards have definitely hit well at home. As a matter of fact, St. Louis is now leading the league in home hits per contest. Brendan Donovan's batting .323. Contreras is the club leader in runs batted in. And they're facing a 3-5 Zach Gallen, who's got an ERA of 5.14. Of course, Arizona's pitching has certainly let them down on the road this year. The D-backs are in the bottom 5 in runs allowed while traveling. When it comes to the total, Cards games have gone 14-10 to the over at Busch Stadium. I like the Cardinals plus $1, over 8.5. Yankees, Rockies, 8:40 Eastern start. This game's currently off the board. Clark Schmidt for the Yanks, Brad Blaylock for Colorado. Brad's 0-2 on the year through 16 innings of work, ERA in the 12s. These Rocky pitchers are allowing 8 runs a game at Coors Field. They're facing the best road hitting lineup in the league in the Yankees. Double-digit hits a game in their travels. Aaron Judge has 16 home runs, 44 RBI. Judge currently has the highest batting average and OPS average in Major League Baseball. And Trent Grisham, he's got a dozen home runs, OPS in the 900s. Of course, as a team, the Bombers are on a 4-game winning streak, 8-2 straight up in their last 10. They're going to be heavily favored in this one. Give me the Yankees minus 1.5 on the run line. Marlins, Angels, 9:38 East. The Angels are minus 145, totals 8.5. Yusei Kikuchi for Los Angeles, Sandy Alcantara for Miami. Sandy's just 2-6 with a 7.99 ERA. And as a staff, the Marlins give up more runs a game on the road than any other team. They're facing a red-hot Angels lineup who has scored a whole bunch of runs over the past week or so. Taylor Ward, double-digit homers, bunch of ribbies. Jorge Soler with double-digit home runs himself. And as a team, the Angels have a winning record in their interleague contests. Now, total-wise, Angel games went 8-2 to the over in their last 10. Give me LA, minus 145, over 8.5. Next and final breakdown for the video, Phillies, A's, 10:05 East. This game's currently off the board. Jeffrey Springs for the A's, Zach Wheeler for Philadelphia. Wheeler's 5-1 with an ERA in the 2s. He's also punched out 80 hitters and has a .89 whip. But even if Wheeler struggles, he's backed by a top 3 hit-producing lineup. Trey Turner is hitting .303. Kyle Schwarber with 17 bombs, 37 runs batted in. They're facing a sputtering A's team who lost nearly all of their games over the past few weeks. They're also playing their worst baseball at home. They've yet to reach double-digit wins at Sutter Health Park. And much of that is on these pitchers. The A's are allowing more runs at home than any other staff in the American League. I like Philadelphia getting the job done for some money line cash. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the Red Sox minus 130, over 8.5 in Game 1. Give me the Cubs plus $1, under 8.5 runs. I'm still 5-0. My last 5 daily best plays on my premium page. Thursday's play was unfortunately rained out. Give me the Brewers plus 105, under 7. Giants plus $1, over 8. Blue Jays plus 1.5, under 9. Red Sox minus $1.25 over 8.5 in Game 2. Tigers minus 135 over 8.5. Give me the under 8.5 in that Dodgers-Mets game. I like the Atlanta Braves getting the job done for some money line cash. Rangers minus 170 under 8. Twins minus 155 under 7.5. Mariners plus $1 over 8.5. Cardinals plus $1 over 8.5. Yankees minus 1.5, getting the job done for some run line cash. Angels minus 145 over 8.5 runs. And give me the Phillies getting the job done for some money line cash. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And just a friendly reminder, if you do end up getting a membership here today, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. Going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks, that Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. Gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, folks, happy Friday to you. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium page.